This means so much to me. This is not about me, it's about us. So when Jenny showed a few months back, the first thing, what do? You talk to the spouse. So I talked to my wife. We moved to Bothell in 2006, almost 20 years back. So we have two amazing kids. There is Prasad Anguluri. Can you please come on, Prasad? And Anguluri. And of course, Anu, please come. So we pretty much raised our family, our companies. Bothell is like our home. So these two kids, I moved to Bothell when they was 2 years old. And my daughter born in Bothell. So she goes to Inglewood High School. My son goes to University of Washington. He was at Inglewood High School and then Leota and Cockney. Not so school district is our home too. So it's Bothell gave so much to me. I moved to Bothell and beyond, and I wanted to make sure I do all the best I can. So like I mentioned, when Jenny reached out, I talked to my wife first. I've been already busy with my work and everything. That's Jenny Alex, you remember. So today we don't have two members from Deputy Mayor. He could not make it, and Brittany Miles, also a candidate. And I also been endorsed by the incumbent, Jean Jones too, just want to let you know. So coming back to my wife, I talked to her first. She was the one first who did the message from Jenny. Okay, you got a message. She wants you to run for council. I'm like, do you want me to do it? I don't think I have time. She's like, you always serve at national organizations. Why not at a local level? I'm like, is this my wife talking or someone else talking to me? Usually she always pull me back. We try to invest in China, Florida. Why do you do all these things? But this time I got a blessing from my wife, beautiful wife, and beautiful too. Thank you. So, why am I running? The community matters. The community matters. I'll tell you one thing. Steve Jobs, next slide please. Steve Jobs once said, you cannot connect the dots. You cannot connect the dots forward, you can only connect the dots backwards. And also he kept on saying, you need to trust. You need to trust and move forward. And that's what happened in my life. Many of you are part of my journey. Many of you are part of many of non-profits that I'm part of. So, next slide please. If you see here on the left side, one Bothell. So little story, there are many stories I don't want to tell you, I don't want to bore you, a lot of stories here. I hiked up, Travis, are you here, Travis? So I think he left. So when I moved in 2018 to Bothell downtown, I hiked up from my house. We have a little park, and then I hiked up on a hill. So I was sitting there. There was a very light bench. What you see here. I was thinking, who installed that bench? I was wondering. I hiked up. I was tired. I wanted to sit down, and then I did not know who did it. And then I heard about one Bothell. I had no clue. I joined one Bothell because of what they have been doing. And you know what I realized? The Roger, who was the president, who was talking, he was the one who put that bench. I had no clue. I was talking about it. Can we do anything better than that? Prasad, I was the one who put it. So when people come forward, you can do things, not just stay there. And then fast forward after 4 years, this is Peter Alex, Jenny Alex's husband. We've been working and then we installed the bench. We replaced that bench. But what I'm saying is I had no clue that was I'm part of one, we'll be part of one Bothell, what I do. So it's always connect the dots. Any of non-profit that I'm part of it, I'm blessed to have it. So believe in what you are doing, keep moving forward. That's what I believe we all should do. But thanks for your blessing. So why am I running? As Bothell mentioned, our organization saved 90 acres of land. I would like to see with all these council members, Bothell council members, what can we do? Every organization, when you go to Edmond, Grassland Park, we all enjoy the Grassland Park. We may not have the same park here, but we can build something unique that was not done before. So I wanted to see, as the next step from one Bothell, how can we make these 90 acres of land, work for every community resident and all the cities that we have. Not only that, as you have seen, the 7 pillars, connecting neighborhoods, this is 24 division. This is not me put together, this was put together by Great Council, Bothell Council. Connecting neighborhoods, economic vitality, community trust and respect, a joyful and healthy way of life, building Bothell's below the community, environmental stewardship, and transportation and moving around Bothell. So these are all, encouraged me, and then I came up, one of my core team members suggested, I know we have a manga, right? Let's not go there right now, but how do we have some unique word? So we came up with a space, S for safety and security. Who doesn't want to hear, safety and security? And then the second one is purposeful planning. With my finance background, whatever I can to the Bothell Council, how can I help the Bothell Council? Having a purposeful plan with the money that we spend. Affordable housing. We are all blessed to have homes. I don't know about our next generation. Can they buy a house? Even the senior citizens are struggling. How do we make sure that we have affordable housing? For everybody. And then see for connected communities. We have diverse communities in United States, in every city. Diverse. So how do we make sure we are connected? So I wanted to see what all the best I can do. Right now we are at national level. Nothing going here. I would appreciate sir and please. Thank you. So we in United States, we are polarized more than ever right now. It's so bad. What I would like to see is we may be divided by religion, race, color, or political ideology, nationality, or sexual desire or whatnot. But there is so many things we are united. How can we focus on unity is universal? How can we focus on the unity? How can we focus on the unity? So that I would like to see either the home or the public transit, the food, anything that you see here. These are all we share very common. So I want to make sure that we focus on the unity and bring all of the communities together, what we care about. So that's what I'm running for the Council next year. So building a better nation. So we all got water complex. It's not easy. I'm sure you all got the water complex. Definitely all of you should work. So it's not easy to read this, when you want to talk to yeah. So, yeah. So, we all need to vote. The pamphlet has all the candidate information. A lot of you, we don't know, turnout is usually less for primaries, but please do vote. That's very important. We are in democracy. You want to make sure you open the ballot, you will see the candidates, but you won't see a lot of information there. You need to go up and make sure that you read that. So next page. So before I conclude today, hello everyone. Before I conclude, it is not about blue or red. It is about how can we build better communities for our next generations. For us, for next generation. It's not about left or right. How can we move forward one step at a time instead of moving backward? How can we move forward? That's what I would like to see along with all of you. Thank you for being part of my journey. There are only 2 things I would request you to do today before you leave. Number 1, you have a small business card where there is a QR code. Please, I would like to come to your house and do a house party. So there is when you go to the wordprasad.com, you can see volunteer. I would like to see if you can volunteer for me and do a house party at your house. I would be happy to listen to what your friends are talking about, what your pain points, if there's any way that I can take it to the Bothell Council. So please go to WordPrasad and volunteer, and you can choose one of the option house party. The second thing, even though I am blessed because I'm unopposed, it doesn't mean that we we definitely want to take this message to every resident. So we have almost 55,000 residents in Bothell city. So I need your support to take this message to every resident, whether it is through mailing or door knocking. Even though I'm unopposed, I wanted to go and meet my citizens, my residents, and see what they like to have, what they like to see change. Bothell County has been doing already amazing. We wanted to preserve what they have been doing, and then what else we can do beyond. So thank you very much. We can also support for the cause and the campaign. It requires a lot of resources. Today, what we are seeing it's not happening overnight. I wanted to bring in my close core team that they've been supporting. Prasad Anguluri, please come on. So it's not going to possible. I am blessed to have a team that supports me, and there are no